Where's my waist?
Hi ladies, so today I wanted to do something I haven't done in a while, I realized, which is a try-on haul of all these new clothes that I bought from the Gyaru brand, the mother of all Gyaru brands, RADY. If you've been watching me for a while, you'll know that this is one of my literal favorite brands of all time. RADY is that girl, okay? They've been in the game forever. I've literally been their customer for the past 12 years. They don't need to advertise, they don't need to do too much because the brand power is already there, the customer loyalty is there. So yeah, they had one of their classic winter blowout everything's 70% off sales. So as you can see, I purchased quite a bit of stuff. I don't remember off the top of my head, but I'll check later. I think it was literally maybe over 60,000 yen worth of clothes, but remember, all 70% off the retail price, and I feel like I deserve it because honestly, I've been hustling ever since this year started, and I'm proud of myself for just staying on track and focusing on my money and all of that. And of course, you can see Maxine making a little guest appearance here. You see how she sits directly in front of the mini heater? That worries me sometimes. It's not super hot, but sometimes even when I sit too close to it for too long, it kind of hurts my feet. It kind of burns, but I guess she'll be fine because she has a thick coat. It's okay, you can sit back down. So anyway, ignore my messy floor, but let's go ahead and open this up. These all came in last week, so I don't even remember some of what I got. I'm just going to pull them out and try them on one by one. Oh yeah, I got these two newspaper boy type hats. Is this a weird angle? Sorry, this is the only corner of my apartment that I can show you kind of full body. I hate the light in my apartment. It's so yellow. I don't know what to do. Well, I mean, I could switch the bulbs, but I'm not trying to do that. I just wonder why my apartment has yellow lights, but whenever I looking at my building from outside and I look at the people in the apartment below me on the second floor, they have whiter lights or a more neutral color. So I don't know what that's all about, but anyway, this is the first item up. It's just oh, Maxine, what's wrong? Maxine, mommy doing a try-on haul. Can you be quiet? So this is just a nice ribbed black long sleeve shirt, obviously with puff sleeve. And there's also this cute little ribbon detail right here. I love the way that RADY does puff sleeves in general because it's not too big. It gives you that flare, but it's not too big. It's still contained, I still feel nice and petite. Oh my god, sorry, my phone kept running out of memory, so I had to clear it out. But yeah, what was I saying? Oh yeah, some brands, when they do this puff sleeve, princess sleeve detail, I feel it can be a little too boxy. You can end up looking like Gundam or something, but RADY always gets it just right. It'll be puffy, but tight and slim overall too. Okay, next I'm gonna try on this cute little white tweed set. It's a top and skirts. Sorry, I think this angle is better. There's better lighting. Really cute little two-piece set. The peplum detail is very flattering. I just love all the princessy details. RADY always has these bejeweled, buttons, and there's the chain on the strap. It's giving Chanel. And speaking of, let's add this Chanel inspired jacket as well. RADY is kind of known for blatantly copying or coming up with a more affordable version of Chanel designs, as well as I think Escada, and they also had a Pucci moment once back in the day. But yeah, they definitely favor the Chanel style, but it's a fraction of the price. But it doesn't look like an imitation. It looks just inspired by Chanel, but you can still tell that I'm a RADY girl, So that's what I really like. I feel the brand look and identity is really strong. This jacket is a little bit tight. So normally for RADY, I tend to go with M size. They usually only have S and M, mainly because of the bust area. I tend to need just a little more space because I am a little bit more filled out here than some other Asian girls. And I think also just my shoulder blade length, I forget what this is called. It's not wide, but it's kind of you know, very straight and very square. I have an hourglass shape, so usually the M size fits me better because it accommodates for more width up here. But since they only had the jacket left in S, I just went ahead and got that. And since it's again, the princess puff sleeve design, I feel like it works out. But yeah, this tweed set is super cute. Kind of tight. I was hoping that I could wear it over the black top that I just tried on, but it wouldn't zip up. I have to only wear this as my one and only layer for it to zip up and fit properly. So I like it though. It is surprisingly warm though, even though like you would think this would be a summer outfit, but the material is really thick and you can see there's a silk lining as well. Well, polyester, but it's well made. The clothes have linings and stuff. It's not like Shein clothes where everything is kind of unfinished. Before I move on to the next set of clothes, let me try on this newspaper boy cap. Is that what it's called? Newsboy cap? Newsgirl? So this is like an off-white cream color, and there is, oh, wait a minute, there's a button. See, always with the sparkly detailing. I'll never get sick of it. That is very flattering. Okay, so the color doesn't match this outfit. Let me try on the black. Even though I've never been really a hat girl, when I saw this newsboy design, I knew I had to pick both up because I feel like this kind of hat is honestly the most flattering for my type of head shape. Okay, here, let me show you from the back too. But yeah, I feel like since I have a rounder face, like I don't have a V shape whatsoever, I really need to be careful. Yeah, I'm trying to like get over, you know, my phobia of hats. I'm trying to undo that narrative that I've been telling myself my whole life that, oh, I just don't look good in hats or they're not flattering on me. No, that's not true. I just need to find the right design. But yeah, since I don't have like a V face, it's more round, especially on the sides. And this is just a tip for anyone who might like have the same concerns. Just a little styling tip for you. I think it's better for us rounder faced girlies to avoid bucket hats or anything where like the lines of the hat draw your vision down, because then that also gives the illusion of like your face sagging down, and you don't want that. You want something that is like sharper and has a structure, especially like, again, with the shape of this hat, it creates kind of like a boxy structure at the top of my head. Even though like my actual head comes to a point, when I put the hat on, it looks like the top of my head is wider, which in turn makes my lower face look smaller and thinner and just more like tapered. So that's why like usually I struggle with sun hats. For example, this one, because you can see it's kind of shapeless and the brim angles down. So I feel like that doesn't do any favors for my kind of face shape. Well, it's not horrible, but you know, it's not giving like that fashionista girly. It's kind of giving country bumpkin. No offense to anyone if you live in the country, but yeah, just my little tip. And I realized also that I don't necessarily need to wear a sun hat if I'm going to the beach or the pool or something. I can just wear whatever hat is flattering on me, right? So even if it's like this newsboy cap, as long as it keeps the sun out of my eyes, what does it matter? Okay, so next I got this really cute basic little like flared jersey dress and hoodie combo set. I got this one in a small just because it's more of a flowy style. I feel like I got lucky this time. It fits just right, but I have a feeling that even if I got a medium, it still would fit me pretty well, because you can see it's kind of like, it's tight around the bust area. I don't feel constricted or anything, but I don't know. I feel like the straps could stand to be a few millimeters longer, which would have been the case if I got medium. So that's a lesson from me. You know, sometimes I let my vanity get the best of me, and I just really want like that stupid satisfaction of knowing that I fit into a small. But it's stupid if you think about it, because Asian sizing, like when you think of S, M, L in Asian sizing, it's really not indicative of whether you are like slim or overweight necessarily. It's more just based on your height and like your shoulder width. So sometimes I forget that and I let my vanity get the best of me, and I'll order an S size for something in RADY. But then it turns out once I try it on that I should have just gone with the M anyways. Okay, I'll be honest, I did that with the first batch of clothes that I ordered. So you see how I had 2 boxes, right? I ordered those separately. like a few days apart from each other. I don't know why. I think it's just been so long since I've ordered so many clothes from RADY. Maybe I just forgot, but in the first box I ordered quite a few tops in the S size and they ended up just being too tight. Again, it wasn't like a size thing. It's not like I was too fat to fit in them. It's just that they didn't fit correctly because the width of the shoulder was not enough to accommodate for my measurements. So what happened was I went back in for a second round because they had like 2 sessions of the sale, right? So when they sent me the second session, like, okay, last call, this is really like the last sale of this winter, I went back in and reordered some of the shirts that I got in the first batch in an M size. I know, not my proudest moment, but everything was such a good deal anyway because of the 78% discount that I don't feel too bad about it. And yeah, like I said, mama has been hustling this year, so I have the extra funds to cover it. I've been taking gigs left and right to be able to afford myself a cute new little wardrobe. And also, I'm not even done yet, okay? I also just placed an order yesterday for not 1 but 2 bags from the new Kate Spade and Sanrio collection. So this is not the last that you'll see of the hauls, but yeah, anyway, here's the little cropped hoodie and the dress. You know what, I do think that S was the right choice for this particular ensemble. Side note, I'm so bloated right now because I just ate like a huge dinner. But yeah, you know, in the mornings when I go outside to do my little kombini run or whatever on an empty stomach, hopefully it'll be just right. And it's very flattering. I don't know if you can see, there's like lining here. Extremely flattering. It gives you that hourglass illusion. So then I got another cream colored princess sleeve top. This is the M size. I got the S size in the first box and the puff sleeve was like here, you know, it just wasn't, it didn't have the width to accommodate my shoulders. So lesson learned, when in doubt, just go with M. But yeah, and then on top I have this little bustier and jogging pants set, and you can see it has this blingy detail that I love. It's giving very like 90s rap music video, I don't know. And I feel like for this set, the top fits me perfectly, like my bust area and everything, and also the straps are nice and wide apart. It's a huge pet peeve of mine whenever I get like a tank top or a strappy top and the straps, the loop or the hook for the straps are like all the way inside here, and it's like, it makes my shoulders look even wider than they are, which I don't like. But yeah, these are a nice distance apart. It's stretchy in the back, so very comfy. So yeah, I would say that for this set, the top fits me perfectly, but the pants are a little loose, I'm not gonna lie. Like, it's just a lot of loose fabric, but it's fine because at the end of the day, it's just a loungewear set, so no need to fit like a glove or anything. I also got quite a few pieces of outerwear jackets for like winter, fall, various thicknesses. To be honest, I didn't notice that I had gotten so many. If I could go back in time, I might have deleted 1 or 2 from my cart just because I don't think I need so many. But anyway, here we are. So here's the first one. I don't have any coat in like a cream color, and I don't have any short pea coat style jacket. Is that what it's called? Pea coat? Pea coat, right? P-E-A. You can see one of the buttons already fell off, so I'm gonna have to sew that on. But yeah, this one was size small. It was the only size they had left. Slightly, ever so slightly snug on the shoulders, but it's fine as long as I wear a thin layer underneath. And yeah, the style is short anyway, so I'm not worried about the length. I like it. Very demure, very classy. And then I have 2 other varsity style jackets. I don't know why I didn't expect these to be as thick and warm as they are, but now that I'm seeing them in person, it makes total sense. So this one is like super plush and comfy, very, very warm. And I like how it's kind of a baseball jacket design, but yet again, you still have the super girly princessy Gyaru buttons. So it's like casual, sporty, but still plush Gyaru, high maintenance, slightly bougie type vibes. And then this one, I guess a varsity style jacket. I like it because it has a bejeweled R on the front for RADY, but also Ren. Hello. This one is also quite warm. I thought it would just be more of a thin fall jacket, but as you can see, it's quilted on the inside, so Very warm, very sturdy. Again, I'm loving the casual sporty vibe, but blinged out, you know? I feel like that pretty much sums up my personality and my style to a T. I'm the least sporty person you would probably ever meet. But yeah, cute, warm. So in hindsight, I don't think I necessarily needed both of these. If I had to choose between them, I would probably choose this one because it has the bedazzled R. But then again, I like this one because it doesn't have a hood. Like, I have a thing where I'm not the biggest fan of hoodies, even though obviously I do own a lot of sweatshirts and jackets and stuff with hoods, but I prefer it when they don't have a hood. I don't know, I feel like it's just uncomfortable. It's like something constantly tugging at your neck. This jacket is not so bad because I can just leave the top button open, so I don't feel the tugging that much. But regular hoodie sweatshirts, I have to say I'm not a huge fan of, which is weird because I own quite a few. But I don't know, I feel like it just hurts my neck after a while, especially if I'm wearing it the entire day. It's just like this heavy thing hanging off of your neck. Am I just a diva, or does anyone else understand what I'm talking about? I'm not exaggerating. I'm saying that I literally will get like a sore neck sometimes if I'm wearing a hoodie, which is why I don't 99% of the time. I remember like all the way even back in high school when I would wear sweatshirts with hoodies, it made my neck sore at the end of the day. I can't be the only one who experiences this, but let me know your relationship with hoodies. I am curious. Okay, so last but not least, as far as the outerwear purchases go, I think this is the most significant and exciting item that I purchased in the outerwear category. As you can see, it is a kind of longish puffer jacket. I realized that I actually don't own one of these puffer down jackets. So I don't remember exactly if it's goose feathers or duck feathers, but this is real down inside this jacket. And with the discount plus tax added in afterwards, this was 7,000 yen flat, which I think is a really good deal because like typically these jackets go for at least 10,000 yen, and don't let it be from like North Face or Canada Goose or something. They're marked up even more. But yeah, I thought that this was a really good deal for a puffer jacket. And since it's RADY, I know that I can trust the design to still make me look snatched, even though it's a puffy jacket, you know what I mean? Because I think that's one of the reasons why maybe I subconsciously always avoided buying a large puffer jacket. It's because I'm not trying to look like the abominable snowman or something out in these streets. Maybe that's toxic, but I can't lie. One thing about winter wear is that I do worry a lot about whether or not it makes me look fat or wider than I actually am. So again, RADY coming through with the super slimming silhouette. Look at that. Where's my waist? And I love this fur trim as well. Oh my god, it's so soft. And this hood is removable, so I might actually remove it before I step outside with this. But this is so great. Oh my goodness, I went back and forth on this coat for a while just because I felt like, okay, 7,000 yen, that's a little steep. I was like, you have a bunch of pea coats already that you wear all the time. But the thing is, when the weather gets really cold, like down to 0 degrees Celsius, I find that I have to layer a lot, even with my pea coat. And I don't like the feeling of wearing so many layers, which come to find out pretty much for the past month, ever since I came back from Dubai, I realized that it has actually been deterring me from going outside and getting in my proper 10,000 steps every single day. Like so far this year, my average is only 8,000 something steps, which is a good 2,000 steps lower than my daily average last year, you know, because I averaged over 10,000 steps. Just over 10,000 steps every single day for 2025. Obviously, I really don't want to break that streak for 2026. Yeah, I was in denial for a bit after I came back from Dubai, but then last week, I kind of had to come to terms with the fact that, hey, girl, you are avoiding going outside for your walks because you don't want to deal with the cold weather. What's a natural, practical solution to that? Why not just get a warmer coat, you know? So lo and behold, the timing was perfect with the RADY sale. They had a couple of different designs, and again, because it's RADY, I know that I can trust them to, I know that each of the designs would have been like very flattering and slimming, but in the end I chose this one because it has the most hourglassy silhouette still. Wow, I am actually very, very happy with this purchase. If you can't tell, it looks even better than I imagined. This was an S size because they didn't have M, so I was again just praying that it wouldn't be too tight or anything, but no, it fits perfectly and it's so warm. Getting a little off topic, but I have a full day shoot that I have to do for a client of my pageant organization. They're paying me to do a bunch of promotional reels and stuff for this Chinese slash Japanese real estate company. Yeah, so I'm gonna be shooting from 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. in Yokohama, Chinatown next Wednesday, which is a national holiday. And they told me to wear a cheapao, right? Because they wanted to get videos of me not only showing the properties, but also kind of like walking around Chinatown and trying out the street food and whatever. So they were like, yeah, can you wear your cheapao? Like maybe the one that you won your Grand Prix in. Actually, let me go get it. You guys have seen this before ad nauseum already across all my socials, but this was the cheapao that I wore in the January cheapao slash kimono beauty pageant. And yeah, they wanted me to wear this on Wednesday for the shoot for the real estate company in Yokohama, Chinatown. But as you can see, this is not exactly like a winter garment, you know, even the fabric is kind of cool, but I won't even have to worry about being freezing or anything now because I have this puffer coat. So yeah, I'm gonna be able to wear this, and all I have to do is throw this on top and I will be good. Oh, and for shoes, so I also got a new pair of shoes, which comes in this huge box. I wonder why this is so huge. I didn't get long boots since these are just like regular short closed-toed heels, like booties. But yeah, every time RADY has their 70% off sale, I always try and see if I can grab a pair of their shoes because I love their shoe designs and also the shape and the height of the heel and everything. I tend to like these in particular. Again, it's giving very much Chanel with the braided chain detail across the front there. And I don't know if you can see, this is kind of like a suede material contrasted with the faux leather. So I'll probably wear these to Chinatown next week as well. I just want to see if the heel is like super high and painful or not. I don't think so. Okay, no, these are so comfortable. Good. These are not painful whatsoever. The angle is very slight. It's not that steep. As you see, the platform is like so wide, so it's actually quite a comfortable height. There's not too much pressure being placed on my toes or anything. And it's like soft on the inside too. There's nice cushioning material there. Okay, I have a few other items. I have a dress that I need to try on. Honestly, I don't want to take this off, you guys. It's so comfy. You know, honestly, RADY never misses. Like, that's why they are such a trusted brand to me. That's why I don't really think anything of it when I drop like 60,000 yen at a time on a batch of RADY clothes, because I know that they're all just going to eat, okay? And in the odd case that the sizing is maybe a little bit off, usually that's my fault anyway, and we make it work in the end. But wow, I rarely ever meet a garment from this brand that I don't like. Yeah, you can see in the back here, it's like super cinched, so you don't have to worry about losing that hourglass, even in the dead cold of winter. This is amazing. Honestly, I wish I would have bought this coat sooner because I kind of mulled over it for a week and a half and then finally bit the bullet. And I'm just so glad I did because now I'm excited to go outside again and get my 10,000 steps in. Like, imagine if I fell off of my daily exercise regime just because I felt too cold and uncomfortable in my regular coat. That would be such a shame. So cannot stress how happy I am with this investment. And this part is so damn soft, you guys. Oh my god, it feels so lush. Next we have this super classy demure crop cable cardigan, again with the puff sleeves and the cable detail. Very classy, very demure, and the pearl detailing on the neckline, which I love. One thing I really love about the way that RADY bejewels so many of their items of clothing is that many times it also means that I can get away without wearing jewelry either, because it's kind of like built into the cardigan already, right? So that's pretty cool, like especially for the days when I'm just, you know, popping into the office and I just need a casual, corporate casual look. This type of thing is perfect. It's casual but still a little bit more dressed up than the usual, you know, Uniqlo type of cardigan or something. You guys know I hate any type of normal, bland, like normie type, you know, conservative corporate wear, or just like normie designs in general. Pretty much anything that Uniqlo comes out with, I'm like, ugh, ew. But yeah, that's why I know that I can always count on RADY to give me the same vibe, but with just that extra bit of zhuzh, you know? So very cute cardigan. I'm gonna have to think of maybe like a high-waisted skirt or something that I can pair this with. And I also like how the buttons are blacked out and just covered over with the knitted material as well, because we already have the bling bling at the neckline here, so they went more understated with the buttons, and I feel like it's just the perfect balance. And you guessed it, I also originally bought this in a size S, which turned out to be, of course, a tiny bit snug for me. So if anybody is a size S, or if you feel like this would fit you, and if you live in Tokyo or you're passing through, please reach out to me if you want this. The tag is still attached and everything, so I mean, it's super cute. I don't want to just throw it away or sell it to a secondhand shop for pennies. Like, I'd rather give it to one of my subscribers if it fits you. This dress surprised me a little bit because the fabric is completely different from what I was expecting. I thought at first, I guess I didn't look closely at the picture, I thought this was gonna be a sweatshirt material type of dress, because you see it's kind of like baggy and casual. So I thought this was a sweatshirt dress, and I liked it initially because of this little frilly skirt detail at the bottom here, but it's actually a sweater material, kind of a thin material at that, so not exactly what I was expecting. But now that I have it on, I must admit it's actually pretty cute. I just feel kind of bloated today, so I'm gonna have to wait until tomorrow morning when my stomach is more emptied out. But yeah, I wasn't expecting this to be such a snatched silhouette. I thought it was like a baggy sweatshirt dress, but no, the entire thing is knitted, and this part, like these pleats, are also knitted. I kind of wish that they would have made this a different fabric, like a stiffer fabric, but nevertheless, it's actually quite cute. And with the cold shoulder detail as well, and the little tie, definitely good for like fall, winter time in Dubai vibes. Oh my god. And this was a free size, so they only had this one size for this particular dress. So this is the last dress that I got. I call this a gala dress. Even though 2026 definitely looks like it's shaping up to be my hermit year. Wait a minute, why do I have you guys looking up at me at that weird angle? Even though I'm like rejecting invitations left and right this year, unless I'm getting paid to go somewhere, I still feel like I definitely need at least one or two like gala, dinner event, you know, cocktail party type dresses in my closet. And I just love the dramatic off the shoulder flare of this dress, which obviously if I actually wear it out, I'm not gonna wear a bra with straps, but oh my goodness, it's giving like femme fatale, it's giving old Hollywood, and you can't really see, damn it, why doesn't this fit in frame? But it has like a mermaid silhouette too at the bottom, which adds even more drama. And so this dress they had in small and medium, but I actually knew for a fact that the small would be the way to go, because looking at the measurements, it was just very obvious that the M would be way too big for me. Plus it's completely off the shoulder, like the design is such that I don't have to worry about things being too tight up here. So this is one of the few exceptions where S was definitely the way to go for me. See, the struggles of being between an S and an M, especially in Asia, and especially for a Gyaru brand like RADY, because the sizing is so exact. Usually when it comes to more subculture type brands, it's not like Uniqlo or GU where things are a little bit loose and most people can fit into one or two sizes pretty comfortably. RADY is like very, very exact about their measurements. Here we have one more matching top and bottom set. We have this puff sleeve cropped t-shirt situation with a matching knit skirt. And now that I'm looking at this, I think it's kind of weird that the skirt is just all black. Like, I would expect it to have the same white trimming as the top, but I guess not, whatever. There's shorts under this skirt as well, so I feel very secure. And I have another top from RADY that I got last year that is similar to this one. I like how it really sucks you in here, like right under the bust. I like how it really like sucks in under the bust area here, so it gives that really nice curvy silhouette. So this is another top from RADY that I've already had for a while that has the same like super cinched in waist detail, which I really like. The only tiny gripe I have about this shirt is that I think because the material is so thin, like it's a very thin knitted material, which is very nice. You know, it's ribbed and all of that. But I wore this for a stretch class the other day, and I basically wore it the entire day because I don't like to wear boxy, baggy t-shirts for workout. It just makes me feel like gross and slovenly. So even when I'm working out, I like to have a more structured shirt if I can help it. So that's why something like this from RADY is perfect for workout. But yeah, I noticed that after wearing this the whole day, it does tend to get a little bit loose, like in this area. And it's not a huge deal because once I wash it and dry it in the laundry, it's gonna shrink back to its original form. But I wish it didn't loosen quite so much throughout the course of a day. But again, I don't think it can be helped with the thinness of the fabric. But it is good quality, even though it's a thin fabric. It's very like, just very, very flattering. Like shapewear without the constriction of actual shapewear. Because I hate like actual shapewear, Spanx or Skims or whatever. I've actually never tried any shapewear, now that I come to think of it. But I already know that I hate regular leggings and all of that, so I can only imagine how uncomfortable shapewear would be. But yeah, this actually kind of eats with the skirt. I wasn't expecting to wear this skirt all that often, to be honest with you. I was more into the top, but it's actually a pretty cute combo now that I'm looking at it together. And then I have one last shirt. So this one was a total fail again in terms of the sizing. Okay, so the last item of my entire haul is this top, and it comes with this huge, amazing oversized bow. I love this detail so much. This is giving me like 60s, 70s housewife or something. Oh my god, design wise, this is just tickling my fancy in all the right ways. But again, it's just so unfortunate because I bought this in a size S instead of M, like I should have. Like I can probably get away with wearing this for YouTube videos and stuff, but out and about daily, it's a little too tight. It's a little constricted in this shoulder area. But actually, it's not too bad, right? It doesn't look like I'm bursting at the seams or anything. But yeah, I can feel it's just kind of tight in the entire bust and shoulder area. Should have just gotten an M. Seriously, what's wrong with me? And this actually came with a matching set of shorts too, which you guessed it, I'm not even able to fit into at all. Because like that alone, I don't know why I didn't think of the fact that regardless of what the top size is, if something comes in a top and bottom set, I have to pick like the largest size based on whatever part of my body is the largest, right? So usually for bottoms, I do need an M, okay? Because I have a little bit of a badonkadonk. It's not huge, you know, it's not the same as when I was in my twerking days, but I do have a little junk in the trunk, so I usually, yeah, I don't know why I got an S, because there's no way that, even if the top fit, there's no way that I would have been able to fit into the bottoms. But anyway, this bow is hilarious. But yeah, even if I don't wear it with this top, I can attach it to any other basically plain colored shirt that I have. It's just so camp. I love a huge oversized bow detail. Never gets old. Oh, and how could I forget? I just got this big oversized fluffy sweater to lounge around at home in. It's super comfy and soft and not scratchy at all. This one came in S and M, but I got an S because the design is oversized to begin with. I'm not gonna lie, I do feel kind of like Big Bird even in the smaller sizing, but it's fine again because it's supposed to be oversized. And yeah, I mostly just got this one to lounge around at home in. It was only 2,000 yen or something, so very comfy. Very happy with most of my purchases as usual. Like I said, RADY typically never misses with me. Sometimes there's like one or two designs that don't exactly turn out the way that I imagine them to based on the promo pic, but at the end of the day, I'm usually able to wear everything and make it work somehow in the end. This time around, I will say there was a little bit of a lack of colors. Like there was a lot of just beige and black basically, which is fine, it matches everything, but it would have been nice if they had some cuter colors like pink or blue or something. I think the most interesting color story was this white and black tweed set here. But everything else was pretty much beige and black, which again, I'm happy with because it matches everything. And with RADY, I'm usually more concerned with the fit and the cut of things and just like that Gyaru flair that they add to everything, even the more mundane pieces. That's what I'm most after at the end of the day. So yeah, I'm very happy with my purchases.